Hilary, welcome to the programme. It seems day by day the tensions are building between Turkey and Syria. Now these suspicious materials have been discovered. We don't know any more than that just yet. But do you think sometime soon something is just going to push it over the edge?
Well, the situation is certainly being increasingly militarized, and it's very, very destabilizing. Well, we don't know what these so-called suspicious materials are, but we do know they're not weapons. So what we do know is that Turkey forced down a civilian airliner coming from Russia with no weapons on it. So you're talking about a situation here that not only signifies an increase in tensions and the situation being on a military hair trigger between Syria and Turkey, but it involves Russia, it involves Iraq. The Prime Minister of Iraq is in Russia, is signing a deal for over $4 billion worth of weapons. This is a situation that is very destabilizing and highly militarized inside and between Turkey and Syria, and between key players in the region, particularly Iraq, and key players outside of the region, especially Russia.
So given all those elements, do you think it creates the balance in favor of things escalating into a very negative way, that it's going to draw in the rest of the region? That's you know, we're not very far away from a conflict with other countries being involved too.
Yes, I think the risk is heightening almost by the day. And what we see happening is an increased militarization, certainly of the conflict between Syria and Turkey, and in Syria among the different people who live in Syria, and what has become a civil war. Yes? And
what about NATO's position on this? Rasmussen has said that plans are in place, ready in the event of any problems between Turkey and Syria escalating. Do you think NATO might yet get further involved?
Well, the precedent is clearly there. NATO got involved pretty quickly in Libya, and the plans are there for them to become involved in Syria. The United States has deployed advisors, what it calls advisors, basically a military unit to Jordan. I think we certainly see the increased militarization of the conflict, and it certainly has the propensity, if not the probability, of drawing in major players from inside and outside of the Middle East into something that will be very incendiary, lead to clearly more Syrian deaths and less chances of a negotiated outcome. Now, what's interesting, too, in terms of the politics is Turkey just a few years ago was seen as a rising independent power in the Middle East, actually challenging the United States to align with other rising independent powers. It took a huge gamble with what happened in Syria, and it essentially squandered its ability to be an independent power. It is clearly siding with the United States, with Western powers, and others who are interested in U.S. military intervention in the region. This is something that will see, I think, a real downturn in Turkey's power in the region and its ability to be an independent player internationally.
All right, Hilary, Mann Leverett, appreciate that. Thanks very much indeed.